Hey guys, it's Miki ASMR here, and today I'm going to be reading an Akaashi Keiji ex-listener. This is titled You Are in Love, and yeah, this has a Taylor Swift song in this, so it's kind of like different lines. It'll like say it. I don't know how much that makes sense. I guess we'll find out. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right on into the video. One look, dark room, meant just for you. Akaashi glanced across the room and made eye contact with a beautiful girl that was named Yen. The goddess looked bored and a little lonely, much like him. Parties weren't necessarily his thing, and he rarely went to them. But he thanked Bokuto-san this time, as he had encountered such a beautiful woman. He finally stopped staring and gathered up the courage to talk up to her. Time moved too fast. You play it back. A handsome guy with raven hair went up to first name. I saw you across the room, and I couldn't help but think that you were extremely beautiful. Thanks. The girl was caught off guard. She had never been called beautiful before. I also figured you looked a little lonely, so would you like a little company? The boy asked, blushing a bit. Sure, I'm last name first name, but first name is fine. She smiled slightly. Akaashi Keiji, but you can call me Keiji. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Buttons on a coat. Light-hearted joke. Let's get out of here, Akaashi suggested after the party got a little too wild for the two of you. You nodded with him. It was the middle of winter, snow covering the ground when the Ravenette held Wayan's hand and led her out of the door. It started snowing, but that didn't help cool the blush on Keiji's face. So, how do you know Bokuto-san? Keiji asked first name. First name reminisced. Bokuto? I met him at the Cross Snow coffee shop. He was a little rowdy, and he helped me clean up my drink, but he helped me clean up the spilled drink. We've been friends ever since. You? We've been friends since high school. I'm actually a year younger than him, but it always feels like I'm the older one, Akaashi confessed. Yeah, he's like an overgrown child, Wayan laughed. Akaashi laughed with her. No proof, not much, but you saw enough. Her laugh is so beautiful. His laugh is the best thing I've ever heard. Small talk. He drives. Coffee at midnight. To where? She asked. Since I can't think of any other place that would be open, let's go to Krasno coffee shop. Sure. While driving, they held a small conversation. So, what high school did you and Bokuto go to? Fukurodani Academy. You? A ghost smile appeared on the ex-setter's face. What a coincidence. I went to Nekma. I heard our volleyball teams set up practices with each other often. Wayan looked at first name. Oh, what? First name looked at Akaashi. Yeah, I was actually part of the volleyball team, actually. He tilted his head slightly towards the girl, keeping first name in his peripheral vision. Oh, really? What position? She asked, genuinely curious. Vice captain in my second year, and captain in my third year, and I was a setter, Akaashi answered. Wow, you must have been pretty good at volleyball. First name was very impressed. It was tough being a second year and a vice captain, though. I felt like I was disrespecting my seniors while scolding them or something. The girl laughed at that. True. The light reflects, chains on your neck. He says, look up, and your shoulders brush. It's so quiet, first name comments while the pair sat down at the table. Well, it is midnight. I don't think anyone else would be here getting coffee right now. Akaashi took another sip of his drink. Fair point. Speaking of time, I should get back. It's getting kind of late, first name said. Let me drive you home, he smiled. Outside, the snow had stopped, and it became clear the night became clear. Look, Akaashi pointed to the sky as he raised his head. Their shoulders slightly touched. Wow, it's beautiful. Agreed. You don't see anything like this on a regular night. He smiled, his cheeks red from the cold. She nodded. The stars are really beautiful. Akaashi noticed her necklace sparkling in the moonlight. It really does complement her beautiful eyes. No proof, one touch, but you felt enough. You can hear it in the silence. Silence. A peaceful silence occurred between the pair. It was a pretty comfortable silence, one that the two needed after such a hectic party. You can feel it on the way home. First name's mood completely changed after the party. She felt a little giddy. Her heart was slightly racing. She hadn't felt this feeling in such a long time. You could see it with the lights out. Lights out. Akaashi crawled into his bed. He could see First Name's beautiful smile, smiling peacefully. He smiled. "This was the best party I've ever been to," he murmured, then chuckled to himself before sleep overtook him. "You are in love. True love. You are in love." And then this is like a chapter 2 thing. Morning at his place. Burnt toast Sunday. Keiji. YN gloomed around in emo mode. She had failed to surprise her close friend with a good breakfast by almost burning the entire kitchen down. She had spots of egg yolk and bacon on her skirt as she walked around the apartment. The Ravenette sighed. Does a sandwich work for you?" he asked the gloomy girl. She nodded as he picked up She nodded as he plucked the slices of bread from inside of the toaster. "Keiji, can I have a hug?" YN asked with their arms out, which were soaked with a failure of breakfast on her clothing. "YN, don't come near me," Akaashi said with a calm tone. She took one step forward. "YN, don't you dare." She took another step forward. Soon the girl was chasing Keiji around the apartment, much to the man's disappointment. "Keiji, come here!" She laughed and spread her arms out, leaping forward, the spread of egg and bacon now all over him. "God, YN, the toast is burnt, and not to mention my clothes are all dirty now." You keep his shirt, he keeps his word. I think we actually both need showers after that. "You can go first while I cook an actual good breakfast," the ex-setter said as he put on his apron. "Sure, can you grab a shirt for me?" YN asked as she walked towards the bathroom. "Just stick it inside of my drawers." Just get one from my drawers, okay?" he screamed from the kitchen, and she went inside of the bathroom and opened up the drawers. After showers, the pair sat down and ate breakfast before YN had to head off to work. "You know, one of these days, I'm gonna ask you out," Keiji said with a slight smirk as he waved off to the girl. Shook, she whipped her head back and managed to nod before heading onto the elevator. "And for once, you let go of your fears and your ghost. One step, not much, but it said enough." Soon enough, Keiji did ask YN out. The pair went to Lake Shiratorizawa and went canoeing together. He almost regretted it as soon as YN started to sing anime openings loudly as they paddled along. However, the date left both of them smiling, blushing, and anticipating for the next one. You kissed on the sidewalks. "Keiji, I want a kiss," YN said suddenly one day as they were walking together holding hands. "I'm sorry, what?" the Ravenette said as he looked down at his partner. "I want a kiss," she repeated. He leaned down and pecked her lips. "Where did this come from?" YN shrugged. "Nowhere, I just wanted a kiss." You fight, you talk. Taco Bell, sushi. Taco Bell, sushi. Taco Bell, sushi. I want Taco Bell. Well, I want sushi. Today's Friday and I'm supposed to be choosing what we're having for dinner today. You convinced me to have Taco Bell yesterday, so I suppose you picked for yesterday. Well, today is my day and I want Taco Bell. We're not having Taco Bell 2 nights in a row. Rock, paper, scissors? Fine. Keiji put out rock and YN put out scissors. 3 rounds, YN declared. Keiji put out rock again and YN put out scissors. Damn it. Sushi it is, Keiji smirked victoriously. One night he wakes, strange looks on his face. Keiji opens his eyes to YN snuggling into his torso. He looks down onto her eyes with a look of admiration and love. He pauses, then says, "You're my best friend." "You're my best friend," Keiji declares. She laughed. "I know." And you knew what it was. He was in love. You can hear it in the silence. Silence. You. YN laid on their shared bed, which seemed a little bigger. She could hear him in the silence. She could hear him in the silence. "I'm home." She smiled at the thought of her partner as she fell asleep. He's not dead, by the way. They kind of like to troll us with that, I guess. I was so scared that he died. Okay. You can feel it on the way home. Way home. You. Keiji stayed in his office a little longer than he had expected. He drove back to their shared apartment. I bet YN's falling asleep waiting for me. He smiled as he shook his head and faked his approval as he went to head to their bathroom, or to their bedroom. You can see it with the lights out. Lights out. He saw her figure and climbed into bed, he saw her figure lying in bed, soundly asleep. He smiled slightly as he climbed in. Keiji? YN murmured. I'm back home from work late. Sorry it took so long. He embraced YN as she faced to turn them in. I'm just glad you're here. You were in love. True love. That was so cute. It would be better if you can what's it called? If you could see how it's worded out, because it makes more sense like that, but you guys can, if you click on the fanfic, you can see the format. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, make sure to subscribe and have the notification bell, because this was a really cute one and I think you should do it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And also, if you did, make sure you like the video, because it does something for the YouTube algorithm. It'll help boost my content so more people can enjoy it just like you guys do. And if you're about the video, thank you for staying through the whole video, because it actually helps my channel get boosted further if you finish the whole video, or at least most of it, before clicking off. So if you're still here, thank you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.